Part 3 of Policy and Rules and Regulations. In this section, we will cover Rest Break Policy, Meal Break Policy, Processing POS Meal Tickets, Hand Washing, Keeping the Restrooms Clean, Side Work, Restocking. First, let's discuss our Rest Break Policy. If your shift is 3.5 to 5.5 hours long, you are entitled to one 10-minute break. If your shift is more than 5.5 hours, you are entitled to a 10-minute break and a 30-minute unpaid meal break. If working an 8-hour shift, you are entitled to two 10-minute breaks and a 30-minute unpaid meal break. You must let the manager or supervisor know if there are any problems taking your meal or rest break period. Before you go on break, make sure it is not during the rush. Two employees are not allowed to take their breaks simultaneously. You must ask the manager on duty for permission to take your break. Ask a coworker to oversee your workstation during your absence. Tell the customers who will be taking care of them during your absence. When you take a meal break, employees may choose to eat in the restaurant or leave the premises. If you choose to leave, you have to inform the manager on duty. Here's our policy regarding Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers employee meal discounts. Meal discounts are available for dine-in only, not for to-go orders. Employees are allowed to consume the following items free of charge: any sodas from the fountain, iced tea, lemonade, coffee. Employees are allowed a discount of 50% off the price payable at the register. Employees with their families who dine in our restaurant will receive a 30% discount off the price of their meals and drinks. Here's how to manage processing POS meal tickets. Clock out first before you take a meal break. Order from the cashier. Do not order for yourself. Pay for your order. Ask the manager to sign off on the discount. Leave a copy of the signed, discounted form in the cash register and another copy in front of you during your meal break. Enjoy your meal and make sure that you clean the table after you finish. Make sure you clock back in when you return. Let's move on to our hand washing policy. One of the most important practices for a restaurant employee is hand washing. Here are the rules. Wash your hands before you start working. Wash your hands after using the restroom, eating, touching raw food, sneezing or blowing your nose, taking out the garbage, and handling money. Now let's review the importance of keeping the restrooms clean. Keeping the restrooms clean, as opposed to cleaning the restrooms, is everyone's job. Besides the fact that it's physically a more healthy environment, we at Barney's Gourmet Hamburgers believe that a clean restroom has a psychological effect on our guests. The cleaner you find a restroom, the better care you take of it. Customers are less likely to make a mess in a clean restroom. For this reason, you must pay close attention to keeping the restrooms clean and notifying the dishwashers when cleaning is required. Let's discuss side work. Side work is very important at Barney's, and it is a critical part of your job. Running side work must occur throughout the shift, while end of side work must be finished within 30 minutes before clocking out. Attend to guest needs first before any closing or side work. Do not interrupt the guest in order to clean. Use chemicals in the guest's presence. Make an excess amount of noise when the guest is present. Rush the guest in order to finish sooner. Here are the rules regarding restocking. It is important that you rotate and date all food items when restocking. Pull all currently stored older products forward and put the new products behind them. This process is known as FIFO. It stands for first in, first out. Put the newly restocked items in a clean container with the date clearly marked. Do not use the new items before the old ones, leaving them to go bad, be thrown away, and wasted. This concludes Part 3 of Policy and Rules and Regulations. You will now be directed to take a short quiz on the material we just covered. Good luck!